Okay, we're on.
Are we going for it?
I think this is going to be the one right here.
Welcome to the next episode of the Patio Chat with the Booth family.
Starring Abom 79 and Abby Booth.
And Abby, yeah. Miss Abby? I don't know. I don't really have a nickname. People call me Miss Abby or Abigail. But my name is
Abigail?
actually not Abigail, it's actually Abby. Anyway, action.
So this is a little bit different patio chat. Obviously, you're going to hear some dogs in the background barking. That's some of the neighbors over there with some dogs. But we thought that it would be fun to sit here at the campground. We're at the White River still. We're getting ready to leave soon. We thought it would be fun to sit here and do a patio chat. And I don't know, just talk about the week that we've had here, our experiences.
How have you been able to contain me? Because
She's past level 10, ready for Crater of the Diamonds. She is ready to go dig for diamonds. I have never seen her more excited to go dig dirt than she is right now.
I am.
I mean, even when we're like having fun fishing here, she's talking about, I can't wait to go dig for diamonds.
I have loved this trip. So tell me what you think about this trip so far.
This trip has been great. I think everything has really worked out well for us on this trip. So, you know, it started last week. We went up to Mississippi to hang out with the guys there at Windy Hill Foundry.
That was great.
That was great. And then, you know, the state park there, Roosevelt, that's always fun.
I love that place.
So that was a great camp there, great experience with friends and people, new people I got to meet. And then coming here, this is the second year now that we have come here, and it's been great. I mean, for the most part, there's been a couple of little incidences that we're not going to talk about that we just had to deal with, but not anything to say that this has been, you know, a bad trip at all. But it's been great. The weather, for the most part, has been great. We've had one day with a bunch of rain. That was on Wednesday.
But we were super smart that day.
We went into town and we did antiques
and
that
it was
day.
Great. And the brewery.
Yeah, we went to the it's Baps Baron Brewing. Raps? Okay,
Baron.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think I keep thinking of Baps on Babs on Family Guy. So Raps Baron Brewing Company, which is the new one here in Mountain Home. They've been open for about a year.
If our
great
house
place.
is looks like that inside, I would be delighted.
Yeah, that was a great place. They said that it's the oldest standing building in Mountain Home, and it's been several things, but they acquired it. They went in, they kind of re-engineered it, made it more modern with the iron structures and turned it into a brewery and a restaurant. And we love those kind of places. They're great.
I know you hear us say this all the time, but when you travel, try to go to the places that are local. Not only are they the best food, but you get to meet all the local people. It's awesome. That's the way to do it. And breweries are perfect. Yeah,
and let me say that you don't have to be a beer drinker or an alcohol drinker to go and enjoy a brewery. You can go there and enjoy tea, ice water. I mean, they have non-alcoholic drinks there for the people that are not there. It's a great place to go and hang out with your friends or your family.
Yeah.
And
most of them have really good food.
Yeah, they have great food.
And a lot of the time they make root beer, or that one had like cream soda, I think.
They had some ciders, I think.
Yeah, so.
And you know, it's a great way to patronize your local business owners here in the wherever you're at.
And even get a flight and share it. I mean, just a little, that's.
Well, we like to get the flights.
Yeah.
It's usually I think about 4 ounces, maybe 4 to 6 ounces, depending on where you go. And that's 4 of them. And it's a great way to try the different drinks there. And
even if you love a lager, you never know when that milk stout is going to be the thing that you love the best. So you got to just try them.
They had a delicious APA, which I've never heard of. They said that's the little brother to an IPA, so it's less hoppy.
I loved it.
Yeah, she liked it, and she's not an IPA drinker.
It's so florally tasting. Oh, very hoppy. So good.
The location of the brewery's in a great place. It's in the the old town square there. The courthouse is in the center, and you got the buildings around it. So it's in a great location. They do music, I think, on the weekends is what they said. So it's like becoming a sort of a locals type hangout there on the weekends there. So that was great. And I did want to say I also patronized Norfolk Brewing Company. Whenever we were at Gastons hanging out with the crew there, getting ready for our dinner, we would hang out at the bar for about an hour. And they served Norfolk beer, which is another local beer. It's just a little south of
When we
Mountain
come
Home.
back, we're going to go to the brewery.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we just couldn't fit it in this time, but man, the weather today.
So hopefully you guys like our setting right here. We were trying to decide whether to set up next to the Kodiak. I just think you guys being able to look behind us and see the river and the woods is great. Plus, our neighbors are Kodiak owners.
Yay!
They have a Kodiak there. So I just was trying to get you guys a pretty shot.
I'm just going to tell you really quick. I don't know if we're going to go back to talking about fishing at all, but I just wanted to say that catching 30 fish before you eat lunch
Yeah, that was great.
is really the way to do this.
Yeah, that was great. We had, the first day was a little slow. We didn't catch a lot of fish. I think we ended up catching 4 or 5 rainbows to keep that day. You caught a few browns, and then it was real slow in the afternoon. And then, so we went fishing. We skipped Wednesday, which was great because of the rain.
They made them stop.
Yeah.
What is it? They did a siren, sound the siren.
Well, when there's lightning,
Wow.
they tell you to get off the water.
Yep, and so all the boats
So
come in. And
they
so,
fished about 2 hours and had to come in.
Yep.
So we went out Thursday. We had a great day. I think you guys have probably already seen the fishing video by the time this comes out. We had a great day of fishing. Sean, our guide, was excellent, really kind, and you could tell he was very smart when it comes to fishing. He's done a lot of tournaments, he says, over his years, and he retired from some type of public service job, and he wanted to just do fishing full time, so now he's a guide. And he catered to like what we wanted to do, whether we wanted to fish for browns or rainbows, and he made suggestions on maybe what we can do to fill our time out and fill the live well. So he put us on fish Thursday. We went up, we're right here and a little bit further north on the north end of the park. And we were probably floated that section of the river multiple times for a couple of hours, and that's where we pretty well loaded up. There was a few other spots right down here, right at the end of the park, right in front of the camper here.
Yep.
We caught some fish right here. So, I'm seriously, like if you come here camping, you can just walk down there to the bank of the river and throw out, and you can catch trout right here. You don't even have to go out in a boat.
You do need a license.
Yep, you got to buy the
And
license.
They are supposed to be pretty stickler about it, but we haven't been stopped yet. But we have our license.
Well, if the game warden stops to check you and you don't have it, you
Yeah,
will
it's
get
a
a
big
ticket.
fine.
So
Yeah.
you might as well just buy it. It wasn't, what is it, like 30 bucks?
They take the rules very seriously here, and there's a reason for that, and it is
Yep.
pristine and wonderful. So I mean, I am all for it.
But look what you get
when
to
they
enjoy.
Protect that. That's
you
exactly
wanna,
right.
You want to get out and recreate in places like this. So those dollars that you're spending for your little fishing license and your fees here to camp pays for these places.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And it's like that in every state.
I
Florida's the same way.
honestly would be fine if we just stayed here the whole rest of the trip. I love this place.
Yeah, this place is great.
But
We really do love this campground here.
yeah, we do. It probably is my favorite so far.
Yeah. So it's been a great trip, just
Yeah.
like last year. Perfect time to go. It's been cold, it's been warm, it's been rainy. We've had a little bit of everything. So this morning we got up, it was, I don't know, like 40 degrees, I think. And now it's like in the 70s, t-shirt weather. It feels great. And blue skies now. We had rain last night. I wasn't expecting that. I had to get up 2 o'clock and put all the chairs under the camper, pull the awning in, make sure everything was out.
I did not notice.
I didn't wake her up. I just jumped up and did it. I get anxiety if I know the awning is out and I know rain's coming and I hear it, because I do not want that awning getting ripped off the Kodiak. I just don't want to do it.
Plus, a lot of the times, if your chair gets wet, it takes a whole day for it to dry.
It takes a while.
So he didn't want that either.
So also wanted to mention Sam and Susan, some friends here now. They own Mountain Home Machine Shop, just down the road a few miles in Mountain Home, and they I forgot the hanging rods for the pit barrel. I think I mentioned in the previous video, and so I went down there to visit them, and I caught them at the perfect time because they had to leave to go to Little Rock that day, and he had a piece of rebar, cut it in half for me. It was perfect. I got to see their shop. Great machine shop there in Mountain Home, a lot of manual machine. He does the same stuff I do, but he's already, he's like in the CNC as well. So he does production work, he does prototype work.
And he's a third generation.
Third generation machinist.
Yep.
Yeah, and him and his wife, they both run it and operate it, and great folks.
Oh, they're the best.
They love to get out and they say they do it all the time. They get out and just drive around. They love their home here. So they stopped by last night and visited with us for probably about an hour. We sat right out here and talked. And a great way to learn more about the history of the area, because Sam is very knowledgeable.
Yes.
And his dad had a lot to do with a lot of the restorations here that you see in Gastons, all of the outboard motors and the tools and
That's
things in
so
there.
cool.
His dad helped restore a lot of that, and Sam himself did a lot of those restorations too. So when it comes to Gastons and the history of this area and a lot of the old machinery, he knows about all that stuff.
I would love to do a video on that. I think that would be so cool. Because
Yeah.
this area is just incredible. There is something about it that is, I don't know, can you explain it? Like it goes beyond just being peaceful. It's
Yeah.
just an incredible place. It's quiet and there's
Yep.
so much nature going on. The birds are everywhere. It's just one of the best places on earth.
You guys ought to see the pack of deer that's through here every single day.
Yeah.
There's been 2 mornings when we were leaving that we had to stop
Yep.
because the deer were crossing, and we counted like 12 of them.
Yeah.
And they just roam through here. I mean, it's where they live, so they're always through here. Down at Gastons, they actually have a little nature park or something there. They have peacocks down there, and I think they have turkeys.
Have you ever been that close to a peacock before? Because they are everywhere there.
At a zoo,
and
I
they're
have.
incredible.
They just hang out by the pens. You'll
Yeah.
be up on top. You'll see them walking around and making their little funny calls.
We should have gone down there and taken pictures. There's one that's completely white, and it has. I mean, it's.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh God, it's awesome.
So, but you can go down. Anybody can go down there and just walk around and visit the little animals that they got down there in their their little
And
area.
honestly, go eat at the lodge at Gastons just so you can go see all the stuff that's hanging. Like a
Yeah.
video just cannot do that place justice. It's also in the little store that's there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can.
Oh, yeah, I
you
forgot
can
about
just
that.
Tell there's so much history in that building. I mean, it's just
Just the
amazing.
collection
Yeah.
of tools,
Yeah.
outboards, fishing stuff, everything that they have mounted. Everything's mounted on boards and then mounted on the wall, all up in the top, hanging from the ceiling. The collection in that place is amazing.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely amazing that you can acquire that many cool things to put into place. And it's a great way to preserve it, just to kind of show people that come in and visit,
Can I change gears completely?
Yes, you can.
I'm not going to say her name, but one of my closest friends, she just got to the next level in a book contest. She submitted her book,
Oh, really?
and she's like
Like
a
to be published?
semi-finalist. If she gets into the final, then she probably would be.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Again, I'm not really shouting out to her because I'm not going to say her, but I just think that is the bee's knees.
Yeah.
Is that not the coolest? I hope
That
she gets it.
That's very cool.
So
Hopefully she gets it.
we love our talented friends.
Yeah. Got a lot of talented friends that we
do.
know and people in the community here that we're
do.
part of. It's really cool.
When they stopped by, I didn't say this. They Sam and Susan brought me some gifts.
Oh, yes. Yeah. You wanted to mention this.
I almost started crying. They couldn't have brought me anything that I liked better. She is from Alaska.
Yeah. And they're very knowledgeable on Alaska, too.
I want to go there so bad. It's at like the very top of my list. We're going.
Yeah. So tell them what she gave you.
Okay, so the first thing was one of the globes, and I should have looked this up because I meant to have some more information, but I'll do a video on it later.
By the way, we've already got everything packed away.
We do.
And that's why she doesn't have any of the stuff here to show you.
No, but I will show it in another video. But it's basically what they put in the water that float for the traps, and they're old and they're blown glass and they are gorgeous. It has the ropes around it. I know there's a term. Everyone's screaming right now, going, "This idiot!"
Yeah.
But
it's like a glass
awesome.
globe that is used to float nets, I believe.
And
So it's got net around it.
It has, markings on it like it's a signature. So I'm gonna go deep into the history of it if I can.
I believe she said that they think it's like from either Japan or China or one of
Right.
the Asian countries.
Yep.
And it worked its way up to Alaska.
Yeah. The other thing, I almost passed out. I know what you're thinking when I say this. It is a giant piece of petrified wood, and it's incredible. Like, it has like a knot on it, like from the tree.
Yep.
I wanted to bawl.
It was
I don't
very
think they
cool.
had any idea. Like, hopefully I seemed as appreciative as I felt.
Oh, yeah,
because,
you did.
God,
You could tell you loved it.
I hugged her for like 20 minutes.
It's
"Nope,
a really
don't go
cool.
yet. Don't
it's
go
a really
yet."
cool piece.
It is.
We got to see the Petrified Forest State Park in Utah over there,
Mm-hmm.
Escalante, and lots of petrified wood there.
Yes.
And it's such a neat thing to see
Oh,
because it
man.
looks like wood, but when you touch it and feel it, it's like stone.
It's heavy and
It's like granite,
Yeah.
but it's wood.
So
And
that
so this piece, I don't know, it's probably about that big, and it's got the big knot on one side.
that's one of my prized possessions
So,
now.
I
Both of
think
those
I think
things.
Sam and Susan watches all these videos, so
Thanks,
thank you.
guys.
Thanks for the hospitality. Thanks for
Yeah.
helping me out with the grill. It was great to see the shop, and we enjoyed our talk with you when you stopped by here last night.
We really loved it.
Yeah, that was
You
great.
guys are awesome. So
It's great getting your foot a little bit further into the door here with the community and learning a little bit more about everything that's kind of happened.
Yeah.
So Sam's a great person. I think he's been here basically his whole life. So he knows a lot of people. He knows a lot about the history of the area.
this is definitely one of those areas that we don't want to tell anyone about. Here we are making a video here, and we've made tons of videos.
Let's make a bunch of videos.
I know, but it really is one of those places that's just, you want to come every year because it's just special. So
I try to tell my aunts about it. I send them a few pictures, in a group text, my mom, and all they can say is, "Oh, it's too cold for me."
no.
That's what they
Right
said.
now,
"Oh,
I'm
it's
in
too
my-
cold for me."
I'm
I'm
in
like,
my
you can come
tea.
anytime. I'm just showing you how cool it is.
It has been a crazy variations of weather. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's probably 70 out here. Yesterday
probably-
it was 30,
yeah.
so, but
It's great.
this time of year is like that.
Well, we really have we had a lot of great cooks. All the barbecues turned out good. Everybody loved I think everybody really enjoyed everything that I made. The
They
rib
did.
roast, the
They did.
ribs, the steaks, the chicken. I think all that turned out good. We had some good meals down there at Gastons. I had fried trout both nights because it was good. I never have
Yeah.
trout. So the meals down there has been good. And so, tomorrow morning we're going to pack up and we're headed down to Great of the Diamonds. And hopefully that's going to be another great adventure. We're definitely going to have the camera. I'm going to be helping Abby, and I'm going to film her because I want her to I want you guys to see what she's doing.
They're going to
you
be
know.
seeing me wiggling a lot.
Like a little boxer wiggling.
And, exactly. And then at the end, I'll be like, oh, my back, like my t-shirt.
Yes.
Because my back already
Yes.
hurts. I'll do nothing but bend over for 8 hours. I'm fine with it.
I'll give you
I'm fine
a
with it.
hand. So we're excited about that. So once we do the Crater of the Diamonds, we're gonna have a couple of nights that we're gonna stop in Hot Springs because that's gonna be our anniversary.
Oh, I love
And-
you, babe.
And I didn't want us to be just driving, on our anniversary. So we wanted to try to plan to do something that was fun. So we've already done Hot Springs National Park before, but since it's going to be right there along the way, we decided to stop there, and we're just going to kind of hang out in Hot Springs for a night and do something for our anniversary, and then head home after that.
I will say this, if you are wanting to go to Hot Springs and you're wanting to do either one of the bathhouses, you have to book it like a year
Book it way in advance. 'Cause
If you want any spa services, if you're just going to go use the mineral pools, then I think that's first come, first serve. But I tried to call about a month ago,
Yeah.
thinking, oh, I'll be able to get, the honeymoon package or whatever.
Well,
no
and that's what we
problem.
were going to do for our anniversary.
That's exactly right. We were going to go do the whole shebang, all the stuff they
Experience
offer. Yeah.
the hot baths or whatever, the bathtubs, and
And everything was booked on all the days.
nothing
that we,
available.
No, so
Yeah, that was disappointing. So
it was.
So I guess we're gonna go back to the brewery again.
Yeah, and if you look into those, some of them were kind of surprising about what they offered and the types that they were. And I thought there's a lot of bathhouses down there, but there's really only 2 that are spas
Mm-hmm.
anymore where you get to use the water. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe I'll try to call back and see if we can get in.
See if there's a cancellation.
If not, then
But,
we'll have to go to the brewery. Ugh,
Yeah.
I know
So
that's disappointing.
that's our upcoming trips. You want to go ahead and let's talk about our last big trip of the first part of the year.
Okay.
So, in May.
Wait. Okay.
In May, so we have our next trip that's been booked and planned for a while now.
Yep.
Is going to be Disney,
But
Fort Wilderness.
we're camping.
We're going to be
Yeah.
camping at Fort
Yep.
Wilderness. So every other time we always go there and stay at the resort
Yep.
with Abby's parents. But we wanted to go ahead. Yeah, they've been wanting to try to get this. We were going to go last year and we canceled. I think something happened and we had to cancel.
Yep.
So we're going this year. We're going to do Disney for a week there at Fort Wilderness. It'll be our first time. We heard that the campground there is phenomenal. So we're happy to.
And we'll make a good video on that. And
yeah, we'll show the Disney
Yeah.
Fort Wilderness campground
I'm
there.
excited.
And I think we're going to go into the park one day because we never actually go into the Disney parks. We just go there because they like the restaurants and hanging out and stuff like that. But I think we're going to go try to do some of the Star Wars stuff on
Yep.
this trip, possibly. So we're going to do that. And then following that week, we went ahead and rebooked Port St. Joe again because we liked it so much when we were
Yeah.
there. We only had a few days to enjoy it. We want to go back there again, but this time her parents are going to be with us, and we're going to be
Yep.
camped out together at Port
They
St.
are
Joe.
gonna love it. I'm
And-
really glad that we're going back there.
Yeah.
I'm glad we were able to add that. And
So I mean,
that place.
we love the restaurants there. That's one of the things that we do enjoy doing. Besides, my cooking and barbecue, we do love checking out new restaurants, and we loved all the ones there at Port St. Joe. I'm going to go back get some oysters, have some Oyster City beer, and be able to take her parents to the places that we went.
Yep.
Possibly go rent a pontoon boat, go
Yep.
out in the water, and
think
just
we should.
we're just gonna have a week there to enjoy, and we're really excited about that because it's a beautiful place and we loved it, and so that's really the last of the major trips that we have planned for the first part of the year. We are working on plans for a big haul for this year. It will be season 3. It's going to be a little different than last year, but we're not going to talk about it yet because we don't have anything in the books yet. We're still working on it, and but we're just going to leave it at that. We're going to try to take the summer off. We're going to do a couple of camps, but nothing like long distance
And
away.
by take the summer off, he means work,
Yeah.
work.
I want to
like
do some work in the
crazy.
shop, and it's hot. I would like to go camp at Fort Pickens there on, out by Pensacola Beach. We haven't camped there yet, and I would like to take a few days during the summer, and her and I go out there and camp at Fort Pickens. Possibly go fishing with my cousin Chris. He's got a boat. He's hardcore into fishing, and he wants to take us out and do some fishing, especially if the snapper season opens up.
Oh, I would love to do
And
that.
he's like, yeah, come bring your camera. Let's make a cool video. So we might get that this summer. I don't know yet, but we're going to see if we can make that happen.
It's funny. We know that a lot of people travel, in the summer, and I know that that's the best time if you have kids and all those things, and that's sort of one of the reasons why we decided not to travel during that time and just really work. Plus, the way
Yeah.
kind of things are unfolding for his new shop,
Yeah.
the summer we're going to have to be there, and I'm fine with it. So we're going to, do some fixing up inside there, I think, on a couple things, and
Yeah, I've got some more projects to do on the Kodiak. There'll be probably a few more how-to videos, stuff that I replace or repair, fix on there. We're going to do that.
And honestly, I haven't quite gotten the storage exactly the way it needs to be. I'm still bringing a little too many things. I know you're laughing on the inside. I think this
We
has been
keep moving things out.
a
We
thin-
keep taking things out
Exactly.
every trip.
And I mean, like the last big haul, I brought like all my craft supplies because I was like, I'm gonna work on.
She
this
wanted
the
to make
whole time.
crafts while we
and
were camping.
I really did want to, but so many of the days when we came back, I was just done, and I didn't, and then I, got behind, and I didn't want to pull everything out, and so I just ended up having that in the back, and it just ended up taking up so much space.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to try for this big haul, and even for Disney, to not.
Pack lighter.
To pack light.
Yeah, pack light.
I think instead of bringing things and then having no place for anything, I want to get new things, and have some place to put them.
Yeah.
So that's what I think I'll be doing for the big haul.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do a lot more laundry, which, by the way, this place does not have a laundry facility.
Yep. She's got a bunch of laundry to do when we get home.
Yeah, this is the longest I've ever gone without doing laundry. for
Usually
us.
when we're traveling about once a week or once every 2 weeks or whatever, we'll go ahead and we'll spend a couple hours, go to the laundry and get that done. But we're using up every shirt and pant we got in this trip.
We'll both be naked at the end.
Yeah. We're gonna be having
Only
to turn
get
them.
us just shirt up.
turn 'em
It'll be
inside out, keep wearing.
exactly. Okay, we will not do that to you. Don't worry. Okay, so I think that's basically all we wanted to talk about, except for you had something that you wanted to discuss that grinds your gears.
Yes.
Can you?
Hold on.
You were happy mode. Can you shift into? This makes me.
Yeah. So I have a little rant segment that I'm going to talk about here. I'm going to try to keep it short, but it's a great opportunity for us to do these videos to talk about something that we dislike. And we're going to do that here in just a minute. That right there.
I'm sorry.
I think we're about 25 minutes in, so we'll try to wrap this up in the next
Sorry.
5 minutes. But you know what? I'm really thinking that this is a great way. It's kind of like doing a podcast. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because people on podcasts, they just kind of sit down and they just talk about things. That's really all it is. It's not about showing everything. It's just about talking about subjects or whatever's on your mind.
That, and honestly, we love you guys. We want to talk to you, so here we are.
But I mean, we've got some friends that have asked us about, like, so when you guys are going to do the podcast? And I'm like, podcast? I don't. But you know, the video, this can be same thing as a podcast, right?
Speaking of that, if you want to, in the comment section, leave us a question, and we'll put it in one of the patio chats.
And we've done that before. That's a great way to make a patio chat. If you guys want to ask some questions about the adventure side, you know, whatever you want to
or
know
anything.
about. Yeah.
I'll give advice.
Yep.
I mean.
So drop a question in there, and we'll see what we can do about answering that.
Yeah.
So
lay it on us.
I got a quick little segment that I wanted to do. That's called Grind My Gears. You know what really grinds my gears?
That's a Family Guy reference, everyone.
Another Peter Griffin reference there, but I love it. It's genius. You know what really grinds my gears? People that come to these kind of places, state parks, campgrounds, nice peaceful settings, and constantly use their automatic locks and honk their horns unnecessarily.
Over and over.
My eyes are shut right now. Over and over and over again. You just heard that one. It's like a triple honk. It's like, I call it machine gun honks. Why? It's so unnecessary and it's annoying when you're like, you're in your little area and you're trying to enjoy your thing and you keep hearing these horns over and over again. It's really not necessary to, when you come to a place like this, a nice campground, and you back in, the first time you back in, it is not necessary to get out of your vehicle and hit the door lock and honk your horn and get out and you look and then you get back in your truck and you move it around, you back up again, and then you lock the door again. Like, there's no point in locking your door, okay? You're not in the middle of a city where questionable things are going on around you. If you're in that case, I could understand. But
if you go in your camper for the night, you lock your door.
Yeah, but if you back in, you don't need to be locking your door. And if you do, I have consideration because this is the kind of stuff that bugs me. You know what I do? I don't use the automatic key fob lock because the horn honks on the truck and it only honks once.
Make sure it's in your pocket.
Not like the GM and not like the Ford where it does it twice. I go out to the door, I hit lock, and I shut the door instead of unk every time I want to lock the door. But I think I am the only one in the world that does that. And I don't know why nobody else thinks about that, because it can be distracting and annoying when you hear it constantly. You know, people will pull up in cars and they pull up here to hang out with others. And as soon as somebody shuts the door, and it's like, da-da-da, da-da-da, over and over again. It's like, please stop hitting that button. I don't get it. So you know what? That's what really grinds my gears, is unnecessarily locking your doors with a key fob when you don't need to, in a place where it's not necessary. So I would like people to be more aware of that. Be more aware that your horn is loud and it's not for locking your doors. That's why I like Abby's Subaru, because they don't use the horn on the Subarus. It's just a little beep sound, you know, and it doesn't hurt your ears whenever you're standing by it and it goes off. So that's what grinds my gears. Hopefully that came off good. Sorry about ranting, but not sorry. I think this is a great way to kind of get something off our chest in the videos. And that bothers me.
We try really hard to be really positive all the time, because there's so many things that are just not positive right now or just all the time, and we try to do that, but sometimes we got to let it out.
Well, I've talked about it in other videos. Like, there was one video that we were talking about people that come up in the A-class diesel pushers.
Oh, and they leave it
and they leave their thing running for like 30 to 45 minutes right across from you, and it's like, it's so unnecessary. You can turn it off while you set up, you know.
Okay, so what would my segment be called? Because I'm going to talk about something really fast that's really positive.
Speed advice.
Okay. It's not advice though. I
Oh.
bought a new lamp today.
Oh yeah.
I like to collect the Tiffany style lamps, but the modern or funky weird ones, or
So is that
craftsman style.
stained glass,
It's a stained
like
glass.
handmade type lamps?
That's exactly right. And it has like a beautiful bronze base. It's incredible. Like
It's cast bronze.
I mean, I like started squealing in the store. He was like, I think I scared
I was
him.
standing in there and she was like, look at that. So I'm like, okay, well here, let me, I reached up there and grabbed it and brought it down.
Green, and it's I packed it all away. I didn't want it to get broken, so everything's all safe and put away. But I will show it in another video because it is magnificent.
When we get home, we'll have to, when we do another patio chat, we'll bring it out so she can share her treasure with you.
So great. It better make it home or I am going to throw my body down.
I can see that happen. Your day will just be
It will be
ruined.
done. I will just have to cry in the bed for at least 3 days.
It'll be okay. But you've got it packed away.
It's wonderful.
So Abby found her nice, that lamp, a couple little treasures. I found a couple decimal charts on this trip, which I like collecting when I see them. So we've had a good time here.
I think Barry might be right about your hat.
Yeah, I've got my Robinson Sons hardware hat that I wear. And it seems like every time I wear that, I find something that I like to collect.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's the lucky hat, man. You wear my hat.
It's got to be that. Okay, we're going to stop because we've been rambling.
Yeah, yeah. But hopefully you enjoyed.
He's making chili mac tonight.
Yeah, we're doing chili mac. We got everything else packed away. We're going to use the little stove here. We're going to cook some chili mac. It's her favorite.
I will be up at 5 a.m. Poking you on the shoulder going, let's roll, baby, because I want to get to the
I will
park.
jump straight up and say, let's do it. I am ready. All right, so why don't you plug our channel and tell them thank you for watching and what they need to do.
I think you just did it.
I didn't say all of it.
We really appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. We're trying to grow the channel. We want to do some new things and keep this going.
Please hit the thumbs up. If you like the video, it really does help any channel. When you give it a thumbs up and you subscribe, it's just, we really would like to try to continue growing this channel. It's been at a very slow growth, but we're happy with what we have. We do this because it's fun and we like to share where we go, but we would love to travel and try to reach a larger audience of other people that like to do what we do.
Yeah, and when you like something, let us know so we'll give you more of that. We don't want to give you stuff that you don't want to watch, so you know, if it's boring,
let us know if you're liking this. This is what it is. We're going to sit here. We're not going to move around.
And I'm going to wiggle in my chair for 30 minutes.
And we're just talking. We're having a cold drink because it's, you know, it's
gorgeous.
It's Saturday. It's Saturday, ain't it?
It's Saturday.
Saturday afternoon.
Yep.
Time for a beer and barbecue.
Final Four is on tonight.
Oh, can you watch that out here? Well, we won't get into that. We're going to end this out. So hopefully you guys.
What really grinds my gears is no.
That's a whole different segment. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we're looking forward to sharing some more adventures with you very soon. See ya.
Oh, my mom's calling me.
Oh, perfect timing.
Hey, girl.